44mm case, a 600-meter true water resistance rating, a sapphire crystal, and a regulated Sellita SW200 automatic movement, Ocean Crawler has released their new core diver. It's 2:37 p.m. Let's get down to business. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Happy Monday. So this is Ocean Crawler's new core diver. I'm really liking this matte black dial and the splashes of orange. It plays really well with each other. Now, this watch came with 3 strap options, 1 bracelet, and 2 straps. We'll talk about those in a moment. But I chose to put this watch on a Wrist Candy Watch Club orange NATO strap. Again, special thank you to Wrist Candy Watch Club for supporting the channel and offering a coupon code to all of my viewers. You can go to wristcandywatchclub.com and enter the coupon code TIMETELLER15 to get 15% off any order over $20. So in reality, you just pick up a couple watch straps and you're saving yourself some money. So again, thank you, Wrist Candy Watch Club. All right, so for my regular viewers, you'd recall my Ocean Crawler Navigator. Now, this is the watch that really honed me in to the company, right? It was light, it was nimble, it was titanium, and for a titanium dive watch, it was actually quite affordable. Now, that watch couldn't be any more different than their new core diver. When I took this watch out of the box, I was honestly surprised at its heft. This is not titanium, this is stainless steel, and it is a big, beefy boy. Kind of like me. And honestly, guys, the sheer bulk of this watch could definitely be a negative if you're someone that's looking for a lighter, everyday sports watch. Now, okay, aside from the weight of the watch, the first thing you'll notice about the core diver is probably the cushion case. Kind of gives off a vintage vibe. I'm a big fan of that. And honestly, when we're looking at the case, one thing that really impressed me was just the attention to detail when it comes to case finishing. Now, if we get up close and really inspect the case, we can see some nicely brushed and polished finishes. Just shows me that they really took some time with this watch. They didn't have to do that, but they did, and I appreciate that. Another thing I noticed after wearing the core diver for a little over a week is that everything is very silky smooth and easy to use, and I'm not just saying that, okay? When we take a look at the crown, there is nothing more annoying, nothing more kind of disgusting than having a gritty crown, okay? I hate picking up a dive watch, unthreading it, and then feeling like there's sand in there. I don't know, it makes my skin crawl, okay? I can feel it like in my teeth almost. I don't know if it's my OCD. I'm sharing a lot of myself with you here, guys, but it just kind of sickens me. And this core diver does not have this problem. Crown is very silky smooth. It's like butter, okay? And then when we take a look at the bezel, unidirectional diving bezel, you can use it to time things with. And although you can hear it, I'm bringing it up close to the mic. There's some definite positive retention there with that ratcheting sound. There's no real play in it, and it's effortless. It's kind of effortless to use. You don't need to use your whole hand to turn it. So if your hands were wet, if you were swimming maybe, oh my God, can you imagine actually using a dive watch to dive? If your hands were wet, you wouldn't need to use, a wrench to turn this bezel. Seems very effortless. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the dial. As I mentioned before, I really like that clean matte black and how it plays with the kind of splash of orange. The hands are very big and bold, and the indexes are very sharp. And again, the way it plays with that clean black dial just really pops. And again, overall, just a very easy watch to read, even in low light situations, because this watch has lume everywhere. I'm gonna be splicing in a close-up lume shot here, and yeah, even the bezel has a ton of lume, so I love that. All right, guys, so at the beginning of the episode, I shared with you kind of the general spec sheet, right? 44 millimeters, sapphire crystal, 600-meter water resistance rating, Sellita automatic movement, that's regulated, let's see, 40-hour power reserve, threaded crown, super luminova lume, blah, 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 blah. But what are the honest pros and cons as I see it? Well, guess what? I've made a list. That's right, the Time Teller is getting a bit more organized. So let's go over the pros and cons. Let's start with the pros, okay? And I have my list here, so if you see me looking down, I'm reading. Okay, pros. It's overbuilt, right? Some people really like that, myself included. I love a watch that can handle whatever you throw at it, right? It's big, it's beefy, again, like me. 600 meter, excuse me, I almost said 600 pound. I was too busy thinking of myself. 600 meter water resistance rating, sapphire crystal. It's got a helium escape valve, threaded crown, lume everywhere. This thing is just a tank. Not a Cartier tank, but just, you know, an Abrams tank. Another pro, it's very easy to read. Again, these big, bold hands, very sharp indexes, lume that just pops, a dark dial. It just makes for a dial that you can read very quickly. Another pro, it has a regulated Sellita SW200 movement, hacking and hand wind. This watch is going to be incredibly accurate. And the final pro, as I see it, is that the finishing is just really, really impressive, right? They did not have to take the time to add the two different finishes, the brushed finishes, the polished finishes. It just looks really, really well done. Which brings us to the cons, guys, and I have the cons right in front of me. First con, it's overbuilt, right? Again, that was also in the pro section, but some people don't like that watches are overbuilt. They don't really see the need for a 600 meter water resistance rating. They don't see the need to have all that lume everywhere. They don't see the need to have a helium escape valve because they're probably never gonna use it. But again, some people like it. I'm one of those people. I like having a watch in my collection that just has a bunch of weird functions. Another con is that at 15.6 millimeters thick and with a 50 millimeter lug to lug, this watch is a lot to wear on your wrist. I mean, even for me, this watch is just really, it's a lot. So again, if you're not someone that wants to wear a hefty dive watch, there are a lot more reasonably sized dive watches out there. This would probably not be the one for you. All right, so another con, another negative, if you will, is that the watch came with 3 strap options, 1 bracelet and 2 straps. So I think it was a shark mesh bracelet, a Cordura type strap, and a leather strap. The Cordura strap and the leather strap are fine, but the shark mesh bracelet this watch came on looks kind of gaudy. I did not like it. It wasn't super comfortable, and it pinched my arm hair, and I'm a really hairy dude, so that's actually probably more my fault. But again, that negative, it's easily fixed, right? I didn't like the shark mesh bracelet, but just swap it out for one of the other straps they give you, or put it on a Wrist Candy Watch Club NATO. And the final negative of this watch, the final thing on my con list, is that it is not what I would consider an entry-level affordable piece. This core diver will run you $999. So again, if you're someone that's looking for maybe a more affordable entry-level beater watch, this watch is not for you at $999. Maybe pick an Orient Mako, maybe pick something in the sub $500 range. This wouldn't be something that I think most people will just go out and buy on a whim. So yeah, guys, that's my take. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let's continue that conversation there. I want to hear from you. All right, guys, and there you have it. Thank you so much for joining me on this Monday episode. I hope the rest of your Monday is amazing, and I hope the rest of your week is amazing. I want to thank you so much for supporting the channel. Number one, you can click the subscribe button because that helps me out a lot, but also please support the channel by shopping at the Time Teller shop. I have watches, watch straps, watch toolkits, watch winders even, so click the link in the description below, shop around. You help me out a ton when you do that, so thank you. And if you're new here, if this is your first time joining us here at the Time Teller channel, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my content, but please, if you could, click that subscribe button. It takes 1 second and it helps me out a ton, and while you're at it, you can go ahead and click that little bell icon so you do not miss an episode of the Time Teller. There's just so much more awesome content on the way, and you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with other watch enthusiasts, other people that you think would enjoy this. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.
Hey, Time Teller, why do you always scream in your episodes? Hey, Time Teller, what's that thing on your chest? It's fuzzy. It's a mic.